In Jamaica, the political season is in full swing. Both political parties have been campaigning hard to win the votes of islanders. The ruling People's National Party, PNP, is confident ahead of the imminent polls. During their stop recently in Portmore, St. Catherine, PNP members were definitely in a good mood. More from Carrie and Lowe.
Now watch me whip, kill it. Now watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, watch me nay-nay.
The political scene in Jamaica is now at fever pitch, as Jamaicans eagerly await a date for general elections. Well, only the ruling People's National Party is privy to that information, and Prime Minister and PNP leader Portia Simpson Miller isn't ready to let the cat out of the bag. However, the PNP is pretty convinced they will be re-elected to lead the country. Addressing Region 4 comrades in St. Catherine recently, the top brass of the party didn't hold anything back. From dance moves to the usual political rhetoric, as well as jabs at their opponents, the JLP. MP for St. Catherine Eastern, Denise Daly, insists that the PNP is the party of choice. She made reference to former JLP councillor Richard Barry Solomon in the St. James Division, who crossed over to the PNP last week.
I am just asking one question. The Jamaica Labour Party councillor will cross the floor in Montego Bay. Ambition enough? Can you see a winning ship and jumper fight? That simple, man. The man knows, sir. No care what they do. They could have do 100 push-up. We're going to push them out. Push them out. Push them out. Push them out. Push them out.
Campaign Director and Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips says the government has done a better job at stabilizing the economy when compared to the former JLP government. Dr. Phillips says the PNP rescued the country from the brink of economic collapse.
In 4 years, them added 2/3 to the debt of the country. Not 10%, 20%, 30, 40, 50, 60% added to the country's debt in 4 years. More than $5.4 billion in 4 years. Debt went up every single year.
He says the JLP demonstrated their inability to manage the country's financial affairs after they flunked to the previous standby arrangement they signed with the IMF.
And then them sign a program with the International Monetary Fund. Them take one test. Them scull the next test. Abandon school by the 3rd test. Jamaica couldn't get a penny to borrow anywhere. And then them want to come chat about all we are doing is pass social tests.
Meanwhile, Energy, Telecoms and Science Minister Philip Paulwell continued to list the party's achievements.
In 2012, when you make a call from one network to the other, at that time the maximum charge was $17. Today, under the People's National Party government, it's $1.99. The price of electricity was 42 US cents. It has come down by 40%, 24 US cents under the PNP government.
Paulwell assures that more jobs will be coming under the telecoms portfolio.
The mission is to create jobs. We have to create more jobs. We have created 18,000 jobs in call centers in Jamaica. And our best days are ahead of us in terms of jobs for call centers. So all of you, work hard in school, get your 3 and 4 CXCs, go on to 6th form, go on to university, because your party is the party of progress. We're stepping it up.
Carrie-Ann Lowe for CEEN Caribbean News.
Thanks, Kerry. Meanwhile, better must come, but it won't be under the PNP government. That was the dominant message at a Jamaica Labour Party JLP rally in St. Elizabeth on Thursday evening. Several candidates for the divisions in the Breadbasket Parish, as well as members of the party's top brass, took the podium and counterattacked claims of the People's National Party PNP that the JLP ruined the country while in charge of the government from 2007 to 2011. Former president of the JLP youth arm, Generation 2000, Floyd Green, who is vying to represent the constituency of Southwest St. Elizabeth, says unlike claims being made by the party in government, the JLP managed to curtail crime during its time in office.
When we left the country in 2011, murders were down by 30%. This year alone, murders are back up by 24%. When we grew up in St. Elizabeth, you used to leave your door open, go look for your neighbor, go look for your friend. You can't do that anymore under this PNP government.
He also accused the government of doing very little to aid farmers who suffered financially during the damaging drought conditions this year.
The whole of the South Coast depends on farming. And last year the drought did rough, but this year the drought did rougher. And this government has done absolutely nothing to help the farmers of St. Elizabeth. So Mr. Shaw, I hear they get a little break with the IMF and they're going to get some money. I urge the government to put some of that $4 billion, give it to the farmers of South St. Elizabeth, so they can farm again, so they can grow again, so they can send their children to school again. That is what we need. With help of God and the Labour Party, we will persevere. We will move Jamaica from poverty to prosperity. God bless you. God bless Jamaica. God bless the Jamaica Labour Party.
And opposition spokesman on finance Audley Shaw accused Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips of lying about the state of the economy when he took office. Dr. Phillips is quoted in the newspaper saying Jamaica was closed off by lending agencies worldwide. At the time he took office, there was only 12 weeks of net international reserves, NIR.
Said nobody was willing to lend us money. In that last year of our 4 years, remember, we had to manage the economy during the worst global recession and global crisis that the world had seen in over 80 long years. And we kept things together. And in that last year, I went to the international capital market in January or February of that year. And we got 400 million United States dollars at the lowest interest rate at that time, 7.96%. But we only wanted 400 million. There were orders booked in the capital market for 1.2 billion US dollars, 3 times as much money we could have get if we wanted it. So that year when him say I couldn't raise money on the capital market, I raised 400 million. Lie. Him say I couldn't raise money from the IDB and the World Bank, the multinational agencies. Lie again.